did want to say too, I read Heir to the Empire, Timothy Zahn's Star Wars book.
Oh, okay.
That came out in 1991. Older book. A lot of people say it kicked off the Star Wars extended universe kind of craze of the 90s. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking for new Star Wars books to get into. You guys ever read Star Wars books?
No.
I was, I loved the old movies to death, but I was always, the books were like intimidating to me, or not intimidating. I felt like it was like too much. Like, yeah, I'm good. I did like Shadows of the Empire. Like, I read a few.
That one is that's highly recommended to me, because I kind of asked around. I was like, yo, I like this book. What are some other recommendations? And that one was like at the top of the list.
Because it bridged the gap between two of the old movies. But the ones that would go into, what's his name? The blue guy.
Admiral Thrawn.
Admiral Thrawn, and
he was introduced in this book.
Yeah,
this is his first book.
It was like too much for me. I was like, no, I'm good with just the movies, kind of.
It's funny. They're definitely not as good as the movies. And my one criticism, I really enjoyed the book. My one criticism, a little bit too nerdy. Little bit too nerdy. There's something about when George Lucas names his stuff Tatooine, Dagobah. I don't know. It just fits.
Yeah, totally.
The planets in this book, like Bipfash, is like, okay.
Totally. Oh,
you're just fucking making up words that sound sci-fi. It's just, there's this level of nerdiness to it that almost takes it out of the Star Wars world for me and just into like a little bit dorky sci-fi. But that's my only criticism, because I love Star Wars so much. I can look past all that and be like, yo, cool, Luke Skywalker's doing shit. But every once in a while I'll be like, this is less Star Wars and more like high school nerd club.
Well, there's a clone of Luke named Luke with 2 U's.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid reading that and going,
yeah, somebody's pointing out there is like a... This is a perfect example. Thank you, Hunter Jawa, for reminding me. In the book, are these like salamander type creatures that can negate the Force. So they collect these things because if a Jedi is in the room with these little like salamander things, they can't use the Force, and they're called Il Salamari, spelled with a Y. And I was just like, just name it something cooler.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a nerdy fucking term.
It is funny though, because even the prequels kind of started to go. George Lucas kind of started to do that too, where he wanted to name a character like Darth Icky, and people had to like talk him out of it, and like all these names. There were a lot of names in the prequels that we're used to now that were stupid. But it's funny that once Disney took it, now it's like, all right, Finn, Ray, it kind of took it back instead of
So yeah, really enjoying it. Some of the terminology is a little bit too much, but I liked it. I recommend it if you've never read any Star Wars books. I think they're cool. I read a long time ago Tales from Jabba's Palace. It's all short stories.
I did like those. I did like that.
That is my favorite. If you've never read any of them, start with that one. They're short stories. They'll get you into kind of the extended universe world, and then you could start the Thrawn series like I have.
Yeah. And I played Star Wars Battlefront on the top.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Video game stuff.
Battlefront 2 was I've been playing mainly just the campaign.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge multiplayer guy, but I did like adapt to it and get better at it with the first one. The first one had a problem of its content, but what was there I had fun with. And the second one, I haven't done much of the multiplayer yet. It seems like they've kind of fucked up a lot of things about it still, even though EA has gone back on a bunch of stuff, it's still random how you progress, kind of. And so I haven't gotten involved in it. I played the single player campaign. It kind of has that syndrome of, we got it. We have a spreadsheet of all the things that we need to include for Star Wars. You have to do this. So the story is kind of like stupid. It's kind of like there to just do all these eclectic things. It's pretty dumb, but I had fun playing all of it. Like it was changing between stuff. I'm in a TIE fighter. I'm going, oh, the TIE fighter crashed. I'm out. I'm shooting people. It was so, you know what I mean? It was like you're bouncing between the things you were doing so much that I still had fun playing it. So